Welcome to Trending Update USA. I am Steffan, and today we bring you a story that has sent a wave of heartbreak across the tennis world. Aryna Sabalenka's saddest moment yet, a moment so unexpected, so emotionally heavy, that fans, players, analysts, and even her most distant rivals have been left in complete shock. The tennis community is reacting in a way rarely seen, with messages of support pouring in from every corner of the globe as Sabalenka faces a chapter of her career that no athlete ever hopes to confront. As we explore this deeply emotional moment, we also look at how the tennis world has come together in a powerful display of unity for one of the sport's fiercest and most beloved competitors. What happened to Sabalenka has become the central focus of discussion, not just among fans of the WTA Tour but across sports communities in general. Her journey has always been filled with explosive power, dramatic turnarounds, fierce rivalries, and a personality that blends raw strength with surprising vulnerability. But this moment marks a turning point, one that raises new questions about her future, her mental resilience, and how she will rebuild from an emotional blow that even the toughest competitors would struggle to endure. For years, Aryna Sabalenka has been the embodiment of fire on the tennis court, a player who hits every ball as if she's trying to rewrite gravity. When she wins, she roars. When she loses, she fights even harder. Her presence on the court has always been electric, capable of shifting momentum in a matter of seconds. That intensity, combined with her striking honesty off the court, has made her one of the most compelling figures in modern tennis. But today's story is not about power, not about titles, and not about the rivalry-filled drama that fuels much of the tour. It's about pain, the kind that strikes behind the scenes, far away from bright stadium lights. The moment that unfolded, a stunning revelation that left Sabalenka's fans deeply emotional, was unexpected and deeply personal. It wasn't the type of loss that can be measured by rankings or trophies. It wasn't a tough match defeat or a season-ending injury. Instead, it was a moment tied to her emotional world, her life outside tennis, where vulnerability becomes unavoidably raw. People often forget that athletes who appear invincible are still human, shaped by heartbreaks, disappointments, and moments where life overwhelms even the strongest spirits. The tennis community reacted immediately. Social media erupted with messages of support, videos, tributes, and emotional reflections from fans who have followed her journey since her early days. But what took many by surprise was how players, both current rivals and retired legends, responded. Coco Gauff posted a heartfelt message expressing how deeply she admired Sabalenka's resilience and strength. Iga Swiatek, normally a quiet and reflective figure, wrote a rare public note acknowledging that no rankings or trophies ever define a person's worth. Elena Rybakina, often perceived as distant in the media, shared a surprisingly emotional response, calling Sabalenka one of the most powerful women she has ever met, on or off the court. The unexpected tenderness of the reactions showed just how much Sabalenka impacts those around her. But the most touching reactions came from fans, who began sharing memories of Sabalenka's most inspiring moments, her Grand Slam perseverance, her post-match tears, her candid humor, her emotional vulnerability after losses, and her triumphs that came only after years of intense struggle. Many fans described her as the people's champion, someone who never pretends to be perfect and never hides her emotions behind a facade. In a world where athletes often feel pressured to appear flawless, Sabalenka's authenticity has always separated her from the rest. As the news spread, more voices joined in. Madison Keys, always known for her empathy, sent her love and support. Paula Badosa, one of Sabalenka's closest friends on tour, shared a heartfelt message about strength, healing, and being surrounded by the right people during painful moments. Former players also chimed in, Justine Henin, Martina Navratilova, and even commentators known for their tough critiques expressed sorrow and encouraged fans to embrace compassion. But part of what makes this moment so powerful is the contrast between Sabalenka's on-court identity, fierce, fearless, explosive, and the emotional fragility she revealed behind the scenes. Athletes at the highest level often live two lives: the public life built on performance, results, rankings, and expectations, and the private life where pain, exhaustion, and emotional weight often go unnoticed by the world. Sabalenka's saddest moment has now brought both worlds into focus, reminding fans just how deep the challenges of elite athletes truly run. Still, in the midst of all the heartbreak, something beautiful has emerged: unity. The tennis world, usually divided by rivalries, controversies, and heated debates, has come together as if protecting one of its own. Sabalenka has always given the sport everything: her passion, her intensity, her vulnerability, and now the community is giving something back: love, empathy, and an overwhelming wave of encouragement. In examining how she reached this point, many analysts are reflecting on Sabalenka's roller coaster journey. Her rise was never smooth, filled with periods of brilliance interrupted by sudden collapses, heartbreaking losses, and emotional breakdowns. In interviews, she has often been candid about her struggles with pressure, her personal battles, and the weight of expectations from fans, media, and even herself. She has described moments where she felt she could barely hold herself together, only to return to the court with renewed fire. That relentless resilience is part of what makes this moment even sadder, because it feels like a break in her armor, one that reveals the emotional cost of her constant fight. Yet many believe that this moment, while heartbreaking, could also become a turning point in her growth. If there is one thing Sabalenka has proven time and time again, it's that she refuses to stay down. Her story has always been about rebirth, about rising stronger after every fall. And although this moment may be her saddest yet, it may also become part of a future chapter where she shows the world, once again, the power of resilience. As reactions continue to spread across social platforms, fans are also revisiting her most emotional wins: matches where she overcame impossible odds, matches where she broke through barriers, matches where she cried on court because the battle had been so intense. These highlights now carry deeper meaning, as people reflect on the emotional weight behind each triumph. Many say that Sabalenka has always played with her heart on her sleeve, and this moment only proves how deeply she feels every part of her journey. Speculation about how this will affect her career is already circulating, but experts say that emotional experiences like this often reshape an athlete's motivation, not diminish it. Some believe she will return even fiercer, more determined, more connected with her inner strength. Others think she may take time away from the sport, allowing herself space to heal without the pressure of the global spotlight. Fans overwhelmingly support whatever choice she makes, emphasizing that her well-being matters far more than any trophy. But what makes this moment particularly unique is how it highlights the human side of a superstar known primarily for her power. For years, commentary around Sabalenka focused on her serve, her ground strokes, her explosive athleticism, and her fiery temperament. But now, the narrative has shifted. People are seeing not just the athlete, but the person, the young woman navigating life's joys and heartbreaks while carrying the weight of global expectations on her shoulders. One message from a fan captured the sentiment perfectly. "Sabalenka has made us cheer, she has made us cry, she has made us believe. Now it's our turn to be there for her." That message alone received thousands of shares, symbolizing the emotional bond she has built with her audience over the years. As we move forward in this unfolding story, one thing is certain: Aryna Sabalenka's saddest moment has triggered one of the most heartfelt responses the tennis world has seen in years. Whether you're a fan of Sabalenka, her rivals, or simply the sport itself, this moment reminds us of the emotional depths behind the athletes we admire. Beyond the courts, beyond the trophies, beyond the rankings, they are human beings, capable of breaking, capable of healing, and capable of inspiring millions through their vulnerability. For now, the world watches, waits, and supports. The story is still unfolding, and Sabalenka's next steps remain unknown. But her strength, her honesty, and her spirit have already made her more than a champion. They have made her a symbol of resilience. And no matter what happens next, the love she is receiving from the tennis community proves that she will not walk through this chapter alone. This has been Trending Update USA. I am Steffan, and we will continue to follow this story as it develops. Stay strong, Aryna. The world is with you.